Hello everyone, welcome to the educational series organized by Physiomax organization. Today I am going to talk about neurons, the structural and functional unit of nervous system. Neurons basically consist of three main portions: cell body, dendrites and axon. Cell body is also known as soma. Dendrites and axons are together known as neurites. Now, if I see a neuron under a microscope, what are the structures I can see? Let's see that. This central portion, cell body, consists of some basic units present in other cells as well. Now, let's see what are those. Cytoplasm. We all know the thin liquid structure present inside each cell is known as cytoplasm. Embedded in that cytoplasm are many structures like nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, Nissl body, lysosome, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, microtubules, etc. So, this cytoplasm is present throughout this neuron, including axon and dendrites. The amount of cytoplasm, if I add dendrite and axon together, the amount of cytoplasm is more in axon and dendrite than alone in cell body. Inside this cytoplasm, the major structure is nucleus. Like in any other cell, nucleus is present in the center of the cell. Now, this nucleus, whenever there is any injury about to happen, or if a nerve is injured or is fatigued, this nucleus shifts towards the side of the cell, that is, eccentric positioning of the nucleus happens. Like in any other cell, nucleus in the neuron or the cell body again consists of nucleolus. Next to that, we have mitochondria. We know mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell and it produces ATP. This mitochondria is present throughout the cell, including the axon. Next is Golgi apparatus. This acts as the storage or the production house of the neurosecretory enzymes and other chemicals. So, as and when required, the chemical is taken up by the cell from Golgi apparatus. Next is Nissl body. This is a triangular structure present in neuron. These Nissl bodies are present in bulk amount in neuron and especially in the cell body portion of the neuron. This Nissl body acts as the source of metabolic demand, as the source which helps to reach the metabolic demand of the neuron. So, whenever there is a need of protein, enzyme in the neuron, this Nissl body comes into play. Another fact about Nissl body is when they become fatigued over the time, or they get injured, or they are about to disappear, then they go through a process called chromatolysis. Now, whenever this chromatolysis happens and some residual portions are present in the cell which are offensive for the cell, or any other secretive part has produced some enzymes or any chemical which is not necessary for the cell or are maybe toxic for the cell, then lysosome comes into play and does the function of phagocytosis. So, we have lysosomes in neurons as well. Next to that, this is about the functional portion, or to how the function of the cell is maintained. Now, who gives the structural integrity to the cell? These are neurofilament or microtubules. So the portion which connects the axon to the cell body is known as axon hillock. This portion consists of many small tubular structure or the rod-like small structure that gives support to that axon and the connecting portion of that axon to the cell. So if this is cell and this is axon, the connection between the two and the structure integrity to this portion is provided by neurofilament and microtubules. This microtubule also helps to maintain the contractile ability of the neuron, that is the ability to contract in certain position or to stretch. All these things without losing or breaking is maintained by the microtubules. Next, in this axon portion, we can also find smooth endoplasmic reticulum towards the end of the axon. This smooth endoplasmic reticulum acts as the synthesizer of chemicals which helps in the transfer of impulse. What happens towards the end of the neuron, when we want to pass the impulse, we need some chemicals to pass. These chemicals are formed, or the small pockets of chemicals are formed with the help of smooth endoplasmic reticulum present at the end of the axon, at the terminal knobs. So let's revise. What are the structures present inside the neuron? Nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, Nissl body, lysosome, neurofilament, microtubule and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. These are the internal structures present inside the neuron. Now, one important thing, you may have heard that neurons do not divide. We do not get new nerve cells after our birth, right? Why? Because they do not have any power to divide. Why? They do not have any centrioles. Current evidence says that centriole is present inside the neuron, but they do not do the function of cell division. They do not take part in the function of cell division. Rather, they help to give the structural integrity, structural support to the axon with the help of microtubule and neurofilament production and maintenance. So centriole is present, centriole do exist in neuron, but the function is different from that of the normal cells. Okay, that's all for the internal content of neuron. Thank you.